1,000 Elb Sisters Tammy Slaton's true height will shock you. 1,000 Elb Sisters star Tammy Slaton continues to surprise fans with her transformation. Season 7 featured her excess skin removal surgery, which is something she's been working hard for since Season 6. After getting the operation, fans instantly noticed massive changes in Tammy's body. However, it made some fans curious about how tall Tammy really is. Keep reading to see the details. 1,000 Elf Sisters. Tammy Slaton gets possible storyline for new season. Despite nearly finishing her weight loss journey, some fans believe Tammy now has another storyline to share, which could open up the possibility for another season. It's none other than her engagement with Andrea Dalton. The 1,000 Elb Sisters star confirmed that they're engaged during a podcast, where she called Andrea her fiancé. She also showed off the ring she received from her. What makes things more interesting is that both Tammy and Amy are now engaged, and there's a possibility that the two may come up with something wild, such as possibly getting married on the same day with their respective partners. Many fans have wondered about how tall Tammy Slaton is. It's been difficult to tell how tall the 1,000 Elf Sisters star was due to her severe obesity back in the day. But after dropping over 500 pounds, fans were able to see how tall she is among her siblings. In a social media thread, many believe that Tammy is 5'4". However, several commenters pointed out that Tammy's previous nurse, Tisa, said that Tammy was 5'2". This shuts down other search results saying that Tammy is 5'9", which causes so much confusion. Tammy is at least 5'2", not over that, and is on the petite side as she loses more weight. TLC has also released a clip from an old episode of 1,000 Elf Sisters featuring Tammy getting into swim classes. When she got into the water, Nurse Tissa said that she immediately saw a positive glow on Tammy's face, as she was able to do more movements in the water. Tammy Slaton continued smiling during her swim session. Later in the episode, Lisa confirmed that she's only 5'2", and when she stood next to Tammy, they were almost the same height. For years, fans of 1,000 Elf Sisters have been obsessed with Tammy Slaton's incredible weight loss journey, her health scares, her sass, and her evolving relationship with her sister Amy. But recently, a different kind of curiosity has taken over online forums and fan pages, and it has nothing to do with the scale. Instead, viewers are buzzing about something surprisingly overlooked until now: Tammy Slaton's true height. And let's just say, the number might leave your jaw on the floor. A tale of inches and misconceptions. On television, things can be misleading. Whether it's due to camera angles, editing, or comparisons with others, it's easy to misjudge someone's size. For years, fans assumed Tammy was shorter than she actually is. Standing beside Amy, who is about 5'2", Tammy often looked similar in stature. But the truth is, that assumption couldn't be more wrong. In a surprising twist revealed during a recent 1,000 Elb Sisters segment, Tammy Slaton disclosed that her real height is 5 feet 9 inches. Yes, you read that right. The woman fans thought might barely scrape 5'4" is actually tall. And when that height is paired with the kind of weight she carried at her heaviest, over 700 pounds, it paints a very different picture about the burden her body endured. People never realized I was that tall. In a candid moment filmed during a checkup at her rehabilitation facility, Tammy opened up about how often people get her height wrong. "People always thought I was shorter than Amy," Tammy said with a chuckle. "But that's just 'cause I was always sitting down or laying in bed. I didn't stand up much. When I did, I was hunched over or leaning on something 'cause my knees hurt so bad. But yeah, I'm taller than most people think." And once she stood tall and proud after her most recent weight loss milestone, fans got a clearer view of her actual stature. For the first time in years, she wasn't hunched forward, out of breath, or hidden in a recliner. She was upright, mobile, and powerful, and people took notice. Why her height was hidden for so long, Tammy's height, wasn't just a mystery for fans. It was something she herself never talked about much on camera. But it wasn't by accident. Those close to the Slaton family have hinted that Tammy didn't always want people to know how tall she was, and that decision had deep emotional roots. According to a family friend who preferred to stay anonymous, Tammy didn't like feeling like a giant, especially when she was younger. She already got made fun of for her weight, and being taller than everyone else made it worse. So she tried to shrink herself down. Physically tall and obese came with its own unique set of challenges. Clothes were even harder to find. Chairs were more uncomfortable. Medical staff had trouble calculating proper equipment sizing. And emotionally, Tammy often felt like she took up too much space. That's why her standing tall now, literally and metaphorically, has fans applauding. Weight, height, and health. A complex equation. While weight often gets the focus on shows like 1000 Elf Sisters, height is an essential part of the health puzzle. A person's body mass index, BMI, for example, is based on weight in relation to height. At 5'9", Tammy's BMI calculations throughout the show have been underestimated by fans. Many viewers assumed her shorter stature meant a more severe health crisis, not realizing her taller frame redistributed some of the numbers. Of course, even at 5'9", topping 700 pounds was life-threatening. But now, post-weight loss, that height is helping her in unexpected ways. Being taller gives her an edge, her doctor explained in a recent episode. She has more bone mass and muscle potential, which is helping her stabilize as she gets more mobile. That's something we're really happy about. Fan reactions. Tammy is a queen. A tall queen. Once the reveal dropped, fans swarmed Reddit, TikTok, and Instagram with reactions ranging from shock to admiration. She always looked so compact in her wheelchair. But now, unlike Dang, Tammy is a statuesque woman. I'm shook, one fan posted on Twitter. Another added, Tammy Slaton being 5'9" changes everything. She's basically a plus-size Amazon goddess, and I love it. The change in tone from judgment to celebration is a refreshing one for the 1000 Elf Sisters fan base. The narrative has shifted from one of ridicule to respect, especially as Tammy continues to not only shed pounds, but shed the shame she carried with them. A symbol of her growth. In a touching moment captured in a new season teaser, Tammy walks into a room full of people standing up to applaud her, something that would have been physically impossible just 2 years ago. Taller than most in the room, she smiles proudly, standing on her own 2 feet. The camera lingers just long enough to capture the emotion in her eyes, not just because she made it this far, but because she finally feels seen for who she really is. Not just the big sister, not just the one who struggled the most, but a woman standing tall, literally and spiritually. What's next for the Tallis Slaton sister? As Tammy continues to slim down, her height becomes more of an asset than a burden. Her posture has improved. Her walking gait is stronger. She's even hinted at the idea of joining a gym, with goals that include swimming, resistance training, and maybe even yoga. And in one hilarious confessional, Tammy joked, "Now that I'm moving better, maybe I should try modeling." Big and tall women need love too. Whether or not a modeling career is in Tammy's future, one thing is certain. The world is finally seeing her for all that she is. Tall, tough, and totally transforming. Final thoughts. Tammy Slaton's height might be a surprise, but it's symbolic of something much bigger. Her evolution. No longer shrinking herself out of shame, she's stepping into her full frame and her full self. As Tammy keeps rising, literally and figuratively, one thing's clear. She's not just standing tall at 5'9". She's standing proud. Ask ChatGPT.